Are you doing all the things you can to keep your employees and your family safe on the farm right now? I spoke with one of the state's leading experts on agriculture workplace safety.
So I think our biggest thing with worker safety right now is getting everybody to be following the CDC guidelines so that we keep ourselves healthy and, reduce our risk of exposure to the coronavirus and can keep ourselves working in the month ahead as we get towards that spring planting season. So with that, the standard precautions of being sure we're doing a good job of washing our hands, sanitizing things off. If you're sick, not coming to the workplace or leaving the workplace. For farms, I think it's also that added step of being sure to continually talk and practice those measures. We've heard a lot about social distancing, which is kind of morphed into physical distancing. That's oftentimes not our greatest concerns on the farm because we do work more separately. But looking at, where are those common spaces and really being more diligent on cleaning up our break rooms, our bathrooms, our places that we all come and gather. And then at the same time, looking at who do we all have coming to our farms? And do we need to have those people coming to our farms? And that's a big part of it because from the safety side of things, we want to keep it down to, our family, our employees, and limit our exposure once again. So the standard precautions right now are a key safety part of what we're going to be talking about.
Cheryl, right now, kids are out of school. There's a possibility that they're around the farm with mom and dad as they're providing childcare and continuing to work. What are some of those really critical things we need to make sure we're doing to keep our children safe?
This is something I've put a lot of thought in the last couple of weeks because it is an easy time, especially as we start into field work, to be thinking about, we have this extra hand, this extra energy to put into our workforce. But at the same time, we know that when summer break starts, when fall break happens, or over the holidays, we get those kids into the workplace and we'll see those injuries happen to those kids more often. So before you take, that young energy and put them into doing some job, really consider what is the task I'm asking this child to do. Is it an age-appropriate task? The National Child Center out of Marshfield has, lots of great resources to look at to see if they're age-appropriate tasks. I also would be concerned about people thinking, the neighbor kid is home from school and I can hire that kid to come work for me. But, be sure that you look once again at, hiring youth and the youth labor laws. We're having discussions. We usually do tractor safety in a whole bunch of places in the month of June. We may not be able to do that. So we're looking at some online ways that we may be able to offer that from Extension. But, taking the time and covering what their job is, looking at the safety precautions around that task, and then, also being able to say, you might not just be old enough to do this task right now, and look for those jobs that would be age appropriate.
Cheryl, when it comes to the workforce in some of our larger facilities, our processing facilities, or even our larger dairies, what do they need to be doing, especially if a worker does present with symptoms or even a positive test?
Following the workplace guidelines, CDC has a lot of great information on following those workplace guidelines, and it comes down once again to who does that employee have, who would they have exposure to, letting those employees following the guidelines and informing other employees they might have had that exposure, talking to that, bringing in somebody that can help talk to them and explain if, English isn't their first language, being able to understand the situation, providing others with the basic resources of what does it mean if that person needs to be isolating. And, for some of our larger farms too, they might be looking at, okay, how can we, pay sick leave to this person so that they continue on and it's not such a financial impact, so that our employees will want to tell us they're sick and not take a risk in the workplace. One big thing everybody can be doing right now, checking that you have current contact information for all of your employees, that if, somebody does get sick in the workplace or somebody doesn't show up and you need to check on them, that you have that readily accessible and checked in your files.